So Melbourne, often called the coffee capital of the world, which, for a city way down under, that's quite a reputation to get for something like coffee.
It really is.
Okay, so let's maybe unpack this. How did Melbourne become such a global leader, and what can, you maybe learn from its path?
Well, what's really fascinating here is that Melbourne's coffee story, it's quite different from the U.S.-led model we might think of.
Different how?
Its foundation was really laid after World War II. There was this huge wave of European migration, especially Italians and Greeks.
Ah, okay.
And they didn't just bring their suitcases, they brought the espresso machine. And that basically kickstarted this really vibrant, independent cafe culture.
Right.
You have these iconic early places like Pellegrini's Espresso Bar, and then this whole espresso revolution happening in Carlton, which people started calling Little Italy.
An espresso revolution, that sounds dramatic. What did that actually, look like? How big a shift was it?
Oh, it was transformative. Before that, Australia was very much about British tea or, instant coffee.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Suddenly you had proper espresso, that rich, strong European style everywhere. And these independent cafes, they became real community hubs. It wasn't just grabbing a coffee, it was social.
Okay.
And what's critical for you to get here is that this deep-rooted culture meant Melbourne could sort of skip the second wave.
You mean the big corporate chains, the frappuccinos and things?
Exactly. The focus on mass market, often sweeter drinks. Melbourne kind of bypassed that and jumped almost straight into what we now call the third wave.
Right, and this is where it gets really compelling for me. That direct leap. It meant that for you, the coffee drinker in Melbourne, coffee wasn't just a commodity anymore.
No, not at all.
It became this meticulous craft, quality, transparency, the actual craftsmanship that became the priority. It shows how powerful consumer taste can be, right?
Absolutely. And the third wave philosophy, its core idea, is really about celebrating the unique story of each cup.
The story.
Yeah, like where did the beans come from? What was the farm like? The specific climate, who grew it, who roasted it, and then, finally, the skill of the barista pulling the perfect shot. It elevates coffee. It's not just a drink. It's an agricultural product with terroir, like wine, demanding real appreciation, from the seed all the way to the cup.
So, bringing this all together, what does Melbourne's journey mean for you listening now and maybe for the future of coffee worldwide? It feels like their commitment to this artisanal thing offers a kind of blueprint.
I think it does. And if we look at the bigger picture, Melbourne's model shows a few things aren't just like niche interests anymore. They're critical.
Like what?
Well, direct trade, for one, that's huge. You see groups like the Corner Store Network paying farmers in places like Timaru Leste 44% above the world market price.
Wow, 44%.
Yeah. And that's not just charity. It's a serious investment in quality and, frankly, in the survival of that supply chain.
Right, ensuring good beans keep coming.
Exactly. And then there's the focus on skill. I mean, you have people like Anthony Douglas from Axel Coffee Roasters winning the World Barista Championship. That kind of dedication to craft pushes the whole culture forward.
And it leads to innovation, too, doesn't it? Like that famous Melbourne drink, the Magic.
Absolutely. The Magic is a perfect example. It's typically a double ristretto that's a shorter, more intense espresso shot topped with steamed milk, usually in a smaller cup. It's all about that perfect balance and intensity.
Interesting.
And, people sometimes joke about the Melbourne coffee snob stereotype.
Chuckle slightly. I've heard that one.
But for Melburnians, it's almost a point of civic pride. It really speaks to this collective commitment to keeping standards incredibly high.
Okay, so the quality benefits are clear. But it does raise a bigger question for you, the listener. This ethical sourcing aspect, is it just a nice to have? Or is it something more fundamental now?
Oh, it's way more fundamental. It's becoming a strategic imperative, honestly.
Imperative? Why?
Yeah. Well, think about climate change and devastating diseases like coffee leaf rust. It's this fungus that can just wipe out entire crops of Arabica coffee, the good stuff.
Right, a huge threat.
It is. So investing in these direct, fair relationships with farmers, it's not just moral. It's about ensuring we have high-quality beans in the future. It secures the supply chain.
So it's sustainability in the truest sense.
Precisely. Which leads to a final thought, maybe. What if this Melbourne approached this integrated view of quality and sustainability, looking after the whole system from farmer to cup? What if that became the standard? Not just for coffee, but, for all industries. Something to think about.